Hi guys, and welcome back here to the Dev Realm today. And today I have a very exciting tutorial. We are gonna create a website from scratch. We're gonna use tools to build our website. So we're gonna be using Nuxt.js. We're gonna be using technology called Vue.js, and also we're gonna be using AI to help us design our page. My main focus with this is just that you guys learn how to use AI to create your own game websites and how powerful it is. Of course, that ideally you will need to understand a little bit about HTML and programming, but you don't have to. You just can start it right away. So without wasting too much time, so the first thing we need to do here is that we need to set up our environment. So the first thing we need to do is that we need to look for something called Node.js download. So go ahead in here and just download Node.js for Windows. Make sure that when it comes with npm. All right. Now the next thing you want to download is git bash. So if you type git bash, and then you're going to go to the downloads and you're just going to install the one for Windows if you're on Windows. If you're on Mac or Linux, you don't need to do this. All right. Keep in mind that I'm explaining here how to set this up on Windows. I could also create another tutorial to set up on Linux, but I'm just doing Windows because it's what most of the game developers they use. Anyway, the next thing you need to download here is something called VS Code. So VS Code is our editor. It's what's going to allow us to edit our code. So yeah, just go ahead here and download and do whatever. And the next thing that we need to do now, after you finish this, feel free to pause everything, is that we are going to go to, let's say, our documents. I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call this game website. All right. And now I'm going to right click and holding shift, and I'm going to open up git bash. All right. Now with the git bash open, we are going to go to the Google and we're going to search for Nuxt.js. All right. So basically Nuxt.js is this amazing framework that allows us to create any kind of websites using Vue, which is this technology that allows us to interact with the page. So it's very common nowadays to go to a single page app and you have those amazing websites built in Vue or React. But today we're going to be learning this framework called Nuxt.js. The main goal here, guys, is that we're going to be using also AI to help us build this. But anyway, so here, when you press get start, we're going to copy this and I'm going to go back here. I'm going to paste. And let me just I'm just gonna paste here, and the project name we're gonna call this website. All right. So this is gonna start our repo. So we're gonna be using npm. We're gonna start our dependencies, which is good. So this is gonna maybe take a while. All right. So while this loads, what I would suggest you guys to do here is to create an account on the DigitalOcean, because we're going to be deploying this application to DigitalOcean. So I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead here and log in with the one I use to host the website. And also, I would recommend you guys also creating an account on this email octopus. This is the one we're going to be using to save the contacts that we receive on our website, and then you can send emails. It's a little bit of a pain, this website to create. You need to give a bunch of information, but these services are for free. We don't have to charge. It's completely for free. It's just because we don't have a database. And the next thing I'm going to do here is just go ahead and create those services. Now let's check here what happened here. Yeah, that's good. So on this specific case, I will not start the repo because later on I want to just copy and paste and bring the repo here. Anyway, that's fine. This is created. Everything is great. Nice. Now I'm going to do a ls and I'm going to cd to the website and I'm going to type code. Make sure you have VS Code installed for this. Now that we have VS Code installed, everything's up and running. This is our website. Next thing we can do here is that I'm just going to change this to the palette that I like. It's like a preset that I already have. feel free to, you know, install the dependencies that it shows up. And also you can search for themes here and just feel free to install whatever you theme. What I'm going to do here is that I am going to open up this terminal. I'm going to change here to, instead of using PowerShell, I'm going to click on this button, and I'm going to use the git bash. The reason why, guys, I'm doing this is because PowerShell on Windows, it's a little bit limited and it has like some quirks to make it work. That's why I installed the git bash, which is that command line that allows us to simulate, let's say, a Linux or a Mac environment. It's way easier to develop websites for Mac and Windows, and Linux, but we can do it on Windows as well. But anyway, so now that we have this stuff done, I am going to type on my terminal something called npm run. npm run. And now I'm going to have a couple of options. So we have post install, we have build, dev, generate, preview, and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run dev. So I want to start our server. So this is going to run locally on our machine. So if I click on that, I open up that locally. And look at that, guys. We have our website completely set up. So what I'm going to do here on the next lesson is that we're going to start to create some components. We're going to create a header, we're going to create a footer, and then we're going to create the main content. But before that, we're going to set up Nuxt pages. And I'm going to tell a little bit more about the framework. We also need to install a UI called Tailwind, but we're going to do that on the next lesson. My goal with those lessons is to keep it a little bit shorter, but more straight to the point. So if you guys enjoyed this new model as well, just let me know. And yeah, let's do it. See you guys in the next one.